Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sonyajevette. I have some really wonderful, special guests today. Excited. Happy Friday, May 28th to you all. I don't know about you, but I am so excited to be able to go outside again and feel safe from being vaccinated. So thank you, South by Vax from ATXM. Appreciate you. All right, today we have special guests Natalie Price, Scott Strickland, and Miss Reid, and we're gonna kick this off with Natalie Price. Let me read her bio here. So, intoxicatingly authentic and wholly original. You'll never forget the first time you stepped into Natalie Price's world. Described by Ted Gutierrez, Texas Music Magazine. I can speak. Texas Music Magazine as one of Austin's most dynamic new singer-songwriters. This artist, ethereal, one-of-a-kind sound refuses to fall neatly into one category, just as comfortably dabbling into Americana or folk as she is indie pop. Price's music is perhaps best encapsulated by its deep-seated humanity. Each of her songs takes you on this journey. They capture not one emotion, but many, reflecting what the listener needs to feel. Natalie also notes here, I am wrapping up a Kickstarter for my first full-length album and want to make sure to talk about it. So let's bring on Miss Natalie, and the clap track goes.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you greatly.
Thanks for having me on. This is fun.
No, I'm really grateful for you to be here. Please tell us about your Kickstarter program. What's going on? What you doing?
Well, we're coming up on the tail end, and it's been running for almost 3 weeks. I did a shorter run this time around, and actually it's my first time to do one, so and very excited about it. I'm working with a team of majority women actually in Nashville this summer, and my producer is a woman, Mary Bragg, and she's amazing singer-songwriter producer. There are a couple other ladies that are either musicians, drummer, mixing engineer, just really great. I'm very, very excited. I'm not quite starstruck yet, but I know I'll be starstruck in the studio. They're just amazing women, and feel really honored to work with them. And that shouldn't be weird to mention that you're working with majority women, but it's definitely not normal. And as someone recently pointed out, how many songs, when you listen on the radio, how many songs were both written by women and produced by women? Most of them were not. So I'm very excited to try and change that stat a little bit. So the Kickstarter ends on Monday. I'm about 1,500 shy of my goal, so we're getting very close.
Please help support Miss Natalie. Let me ask some fun questions here. My favorite question of all to ask, of course, is if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Okay, if I had a superpower, I think it would probably be to be invisible. Even though sometimes a lot of my life I felt lonely because I felt invisible. I was not actually invisible. It would be interesting because, the alternative would be to read people's minds. I don't actually want to know what people are thinking. Because people, fortunately, a lot of people will not actually say out loud the negative things they're thinking. But I just don't think I need to know. But I think if I was invisible and I were intent on knowing, I could sneak up on someone and just listen in, which would probably be just as worse. I think we're shielded from a lot, not knowing what people actually think sometimes. But anyways, probably be invisible. I think it could come in helpful, not just like, I don't mean eavesdropping, I mean helpful in other ways.
That's a good one. I like that one. Did you play any instruments in school, high school, middle school?
I started playing guitar in earnest in high school in 10th grade. I started taking lessons. I'd had it for about a year, and I tried to learn on my own via some very outdated video cassette lessons. And I had a very hard time because I played a guitar that was a steel string, which this is also, but the tension or the action was very high. And like to the amount of strength that it would take to actually, especially to play a D chord, and you're using like the sensitive pads on your two tiniest fingers, I just cried. It just felt like, how do people do this? This is very hard.
The action on the guitar. I think Dolly Parton is one of those artists that actually plays with the action up high off of her guitar because of her fingernails. I was like, girl, you can't play with fingernails. What's happening there? That's all right. Good for you for pushing on through to learn how to play.
It took lessons with a human teacher with me to get me there. Like I couldn't do the video cassette thing because like there's no encouragement. Like it's called calluses. You'll get them. There was none of that. So it took humans, very people-oriented, people-driven. So
that's a nice blessing to have.
Ugh.
Do you have any hobbies outside of music?
You know, I have worked really hard. I've had to scale down my life to be very focused and driven in few things so that I can do them better. So I don't do a whole lot outside of being with people because I enjoy them and making music. But in another life, I was a photographer trying to start a photography business in Austin. And I realized I don't like being my own boss when it comes to photography and editing and those kinds of deadlines. And music was way more of a passion in how my mind actually works. So
nice.
I've kind of cut out some of the hobbies I used to do.
Are you from a music family?
Not really. We watched musicals, but
that counts.
My parents were in band in high school growing up, but my mom played flute, my dad played trombone, and they met in college. And I started on flute actually in 3rd grade, and I didn't like it, so I didn't practice. So that didn't last very long. But I'm not really It's not really a musical family. No one else in my family actively plays an instrument or writes songs or is in a choir or any of that. They don't go to see live music. There is music around, but it's not like a thing that they all love and enjoy. So I'm an oddball for sure.
Gotcha. Let's talk about your creative process. What from like start to end? What do you do to create a song?
Okay. Generally, I'm always thinking about things, and oftentimes if there's a word or a phrase and it's kind of an interesting idea, that will be in the back of my mind. And oftentimes I'm driving and I will hear a melody and I'll start humming it, and that little other idea that I was thinking about will kind of end up inevitably falling onto that melody, and I'll be like, oh, that actually works, and then I'll actually be excited to keep writing the rest of the song. So it's kind of like when the words and melodies marry, then I get excited and I finish out the song. But oftentimes it's the melody that drives the song for me.
Good process. Good process. And last thing, and then we'll have you play for us if you would. Something you would tell a up-and-coming artist or a current artist to encourage them to keep moving forward.
Ooh, that's a good question. I haven't thought about that in a while, because I've just considered myself that person for so long. A thing that I undervalued in the beginning was going out to other people's shows.
Yeah.
And going to open mics and talking to people, specifically other artists. And because most of the gigs that I play come from the friends that I have that are like, hey, I need someone on this bill, will you? I mean, that's even this show today. And so as much as that phrase is overused, this industry is a relationship. It's who you know. It's very true. And it's not just upper tier, like industry folks. It's who you have in your circle. And I don't mean it in a like using people way. I mean it in generally, as you build your own community and you build your circle of friends, like those people become very important. They're people that you want to work with, you know, because you don't, I have to watch my language. You don't want to work with mean people. You want to work with people you enjoy. And so surround yourself with those people you enjoy, people you love their music. Tell them. Go to their shows. Hang out afterwards. Y'all go grab tacos. Get to know people. That's what I would have told myself 7 years ago, 10 years ago. Don't be afraid to go out and be present, because being there, showing up is 90% of life, and it includes that too. So,
absolutely. Well said, well said. Alrighty, I'm going to take myself off the screen. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Natalie Price.
Okay, all right. Well, this is a song I wrote with a buddy in Nashville, Zach Berkman, excellent songwriter. And I had a word or phrase that I had just kind of typed out to a new friend via text, lamenting that we couldn't even, all I wanted to do was just hang out in a backyard with 6 or 7 friends around a barbecue pit, swapping songs on guitars. And that was a thing we couldn't do at the time. Because even if people came over, you know, they'd still have to be masked potentially based on the restrictions at the time. And I just missed just being in the same space as other people. So, and I just said, it's funny what we daydream now. Like, I just want to be in a backyard with a barbecue pit. So this song came out of it. It's called What We Daydream Now. Pull up a chair and on your way over, bring me another beer. It's fine 'cause I ain't driving, everybody's coming over here. Nobody's leaving, nobody goes till we pass around the guitar. And when the sun burns out over this town, we'll be wishing on the shooting stars, staying up too late, smiling as the fire dies down, and I can see your face. Funny what we daydream now. I don't really like big crowds, but I'm missing them today. I miss the heat on the street and the sound of the beat of the music playing. I never longed for the open road till I couldn't leave my home. And I'd even be fine just standing in line if I had anywhere to go. Trying on a sunburn, spinning like it don't run out. Never any concern. Funny what we daydream now, what we daydream now, what we daydream now. Cutting holes in all the things I used to complain about, 'cause they don't seem to matter much now. This is over, you'll come over, and we won't think twice. We'll be glad we can say remember when, and isn't this nice? Staying up too late, smiling as the fire dies down, and I can see your face. Funny what we daydream now, what we daydream now, what we daydream now. Staying up too late. smiling as the fire dies down. I wanna see your face. Funny what we daydream now.
And the crowd goes wild.
Thanks for coming back in. I was like, I don't know what to do in between songs. Okay. All right, this next song is called... I don't know what the language restrictions are on this channel, so I'll keep it clean for you guys. It's called In My Dreams. I discovered you in a parking lot. My second trip to Music Town. We met again in a bar in New Orleans, and ever since I struggled to put you down. You're just sitting there in the cupboard shadows, patiently waiting, 'cause you know that I know that just as soon as I can justify it, I'm coming for you, 'cause you never tell me no. There was a time you were never on my mind, and now it seems you're even in my dreams. Well, I never believed in the magical until you cast your own spell on me. Just like a bug in the blue light of death, I put my faith in technology. There was a time you were never on my mind, and now it seems you're even in my dreams. There was a time you were never on my mind, and now it seems you're even in my dreams. When does distraction become an addiction? The line's too thin to know. You're so beautiful, and I don't want to let you go. There was a time you were never on my mind, and now it seems you're even in my dreams. There was a time you never crossed my mind, and now it seems you're always in my dreams.
Crowd goes wild. Wow. Well done. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What is the name of the instrument you play? The thing that goes bloop, 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 bloop.
The kalimba.
Yes. That is so amazing to watch her play. If y'all haven't seen her play it, check out some videos. I'm sure she has it in a couple of her videos. And Natalie, do you want to plug anything else that's happening? Something with Sims is what I remember, recall, and next performance date you have coming up, or whatever you'd like to talk about.
Oh, that's great. All of my calendars are in my digital devices, which I'm using for this show, so I don't have the next date pulled up. But, I think it might be Sunday, June the whatever the Sunday is, the 6th maybe, at New World Deli. I believe it's at 2. It's Claudia Gibson's residency, so just check out Claudia Gibson's page. And you were referring to Sims and Ham. I'm surrounded by amazing people here in Austin, and there are a couple of generous folks who teamed up with me this week to do a matching donation day. So anyone who was giving to my Kickstarter, those gifts would be matched with a donation made to Sims, and I did another day for Ham. And so those are actually Tuesday and Thursday of this week. It's not happening now. But if you like that idea and you like, people that love to work with nonprofits, you can still give to the Kickstarter. It's still live. So you're still allowed to participate in this story, in this journey of these songs. So I invite you to do that. I don't know what you're allowed to say on TV, but I invite you to be a part of it.
And your Kickstarter can be found at Natalie Price or Nat Price. Link the
Nat Price, yes, Nat Price Music. I will make sure there's a link on there. I definitely have it linked in my Instagram, in my Facebook. You can just search Natalie Price on Kickstarter, and you'll see a picture of me sitting cross-legged with an electric guitar.
Excellent.
And that's me. That's the project. Super
it is
close.
Also in the banner that's running across at the bottom of the screen. Check out the bottom of the screen. And if you're watching right now on Austin Music Television, it's also in the chat box. Nat, thank you so much for being here. You are a beautiful, wonderful, talented young lady. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. You're wonderful for doing this and having us on. Thank you for letting me participate, and all the best for the show.
Right on, right on. I'm going to bring you off now. Cool. Yay. I love doing this. This is something I have always wanted to do, and I've seen myself doing this since I was a young person. Okay, up next is going to be the wonderful Mr. Scott Strickland. And I grabbed his bio from his Bands in Town page. So I hope this is proper. Scott, if it's not, you can tell me all about it later. And Nat, I realize you might have to bounce, and if you do, that's okay. So thank you so much for being here. Okay, here's Scott's bio. For Scott, passion is the only thing worth pursuing. A magnetic, soulful personality who will quickly make your table the loudest in the bar the minute he sits down. Scott started playing guitar when he was young, when he got a hand-me-down guitar from his older brother in Houston, Texas. Banging out the same 3 chords and wailing in his room helped Scott hone the raw passion that his signs with today. Scott linked up with like-minded musicians to create a project intent on expanding the sounds of Scott's singer-songwriter abilities. Whether the jazz keys of John Sass, the conga popping, and shakers sizzling work of percussionist Mark Daspit, the funky lines of saxophonist Drew Johnson, or the fluid rhythms of drummer Adam Claybore, the group provides a lush soundscape necessary to complete the funky acoustic jazz rock vibe Scott had set out to achieve. After circulating the Austin music scene, the band took time to regroup and write new material. The first material written by the band as one living organism. The songwriting process could be only described as emerging from the jam session, polished at home and evolving over time. And here comes the wonderful Mr. Scott Strickland, and the clap track goes rah, rah, rah. Hi, my friend. How are you?
Hey there. I'm good. Hold on. I'm trying to hold on. Let me see. There we go. Yeah. Can you hear that? Is that good?
I can hear you absolutely.
Okay. I don't know if that clap track made it in there.
Oh no, I didn't hear the clap track.
Okay. Well, it was
That's all right. I'm gonna eventually have one. I'm gonna figure out how to have one because
I've got like 2 planned, and I don't know why they're not playing. but that's okay. That's all right. Hi, Sonia. How are you?
Hi, so glad you're here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
So, was that a good spill for your bio? Did I do it right?
Yes, you did it right, but that bio is like 5 years old or something. I probably need to update my bands in town. I still talk to Adam and John and Drew very often, and we had a bassist, Chris Rodriguez, who I talk with almost regularly, pretty much now. So we're all like, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say like we're close, because you know they moved on, and you know, like they're all over the country pretty much. But well, actually,
You're
Adam's
working
like
on new
40.
process for yourself, is what you're doing, is what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's got nothing to do with that. That was just, you know, they were around for a time, and they're still really good friends, and you know, I kind of, you know, we kind of like moved on and got involved in different things and all that stuff. But they're still great guys, and you know, I love them, and I think about them, you know, pretty much daily. So, yeah. But it's, I mean, but yeah, definitely, you know, taking some time, working on myself. It's been a pretty 2020 was a really transformative year. But it was great. It was in a lot of ways it was a very good year, and in a lot of ways it was a very bad year. And that's for as many times as I've described, you know, or talked to people about that, you know, they say the exact same thing. Like, oh yeah, like I mean, 2020 in a lot of ways was like a really good year, but in a lot of ways it was like a terrible year. So I mean, but there's all kinds of like different things and resources and just stuff that you can learn from, you know, especially particularly the mistakes, and kind of like moving into a different platform or moving into a different area to, you know, kind of, you know, start again, start fresh, or learn from what you did. I mean, the entire world shut down last year, so I'm sure that there's a lot of learning going on right now.
A lot of transition. I got stuck.
Yeah.
A lot of. That first instrument that you learned to play, do you remember the brand name of it, or was it just was it an acoustic guitar?
It was an acoustic guitar. It was a Yamaha acoustic guitar. It was not an acoustic electric. My brother was in jazz band, and he would have practice after school, and then when he would come home, I would take the guitar and I would just start piddling around with it a little bit. And that kind of evolved into me strumming like the same, I think it was like E minor and then like an A sus chord, just over and over and over again. And from there, I started kind of, oh, well, this is a G. And then, oh, if I do this here, oh, that's a C. Okay, maybe I could write a song. And then I wrote my first song probably, I think, when I was 18, and it was called Blue. And it's a very emo song that I will not play here. But that song kind of got me started in, you know, in the realm of things. And then like I wrote another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then before I knew it, I was going to an open mic at McGonagall's Mucky Duck, which is this historic place in sort of like the River Oaks Museum District in Houston. And I waited all night. It was a Monday night. I waited all night till I think it was 2 o'clock in the morning. It was 1:45 in the morning when I finally got on stage. Sign up that day, because you couldn't sign up beforehand. Sign up was, I think, at 6:30, and you had to be there at 7. So, and I waited until 1:45 in the morning to play 3 songs, and that was the first time I was ever on stage.
That's a
Nothing's
great memory.
changed since.
That's a great memory. That's
Not
a
whole
great
lot's
memory.
changed. Yeah. It was pretty cool. Someday I'll get back there.
I agree with like what Nat said earlier. Going to open mics is a great way to work with your chops for new material that you just want to put out. Let me ask you another question. Of course, have you ever taught anyone how to play an instrument?
I've taught a few people. That I mean, when I say a few people, I mean like so a friend of mine at the time had has a really sweet girl. Her name is Lexi, and I had taught her some of the guitar. She was living at my house at the time, and it was. I mean, I was kind of like telling her where to put her fingers and all this other stuff, and she was finding songs that she wanted to listen to and try and play, and so we were doing a few things. But I'm not like this is what an A6 is, and this is what a a B minor chord is, or what I mean. It's very much about feel. So I think I'm an okay guitarist. I'm wanting to get better at that. I think I know enough just to be dangerous. I don't think I know enough to like teach someone like really how to play an instrument, because I was all like, well, you gotta feel it, you gotta like feel it. So this is what you do here, this is what you do here, and then like listen to these words. It's like they're this like Taylor Swift. We were listening to 1989 Taylor Swift, and like she's really saying something here. Midnight, you come and pick me up with no headlight. It's I don't know. I don't know how to distill that down into, feel. Other than, I guess I was telling her like what chords to do, but basically it was also going on a little bit too long about this. But it was also, this is how you strum, this is the rhythm, and this is how you palm mute, and then take a pick and just do this for a day or so. Don't even make a sound with the guitar yet. Don't even try it. Just get the feel of it down first, because you're going to connect with your instrument in a way that you're not really going to connect with even a lot of people. So it's important to kind of feel that vibration in your chest
Nice.
when you're doing that. So yeah.
Next question. What are your plans for the next coming month? You're working on a new project, right? Working on a new CD?
Yeah, working on a new project. So and before I start talking about that stuff, I just want to say Natalie Price, she is, probably one of the most creative people that I've met here in town. And she does have that Kickstarter. I know that's probably going at the bottom of the ticker there, but if you could just Google Natalie Price Kickstarter or Natalie Price Music, or find her Facebook page or something like that. She's doing an amazing project. She's got some really great songs, and I know what it's like to need a Kickstarter funded. And yeah, please do what you can to support her, because she's an incredibly great musician and an even better person. Yeah, I've got a couple of things happening over the next month. I've been really quiet. I've been extremely quiet about a lot of things, and I've been working my ass off here in the background. And I'm sending emails. I'm on Zooms. I'm in meetings. I'm having meetings to have more meetings. I'm just trying to figure out. I've got spreadsheets. I've got this. I've got that. And a lot of it is just trying to really kind of coalesce what is going to be this new album that's going to drop next year. And we're going to start releasing singles this fall. And I'm going to start my Sunday sessions up again. Basically, I call them the virtual sessions. They're going to be called the Sunday sessions. I'm going to start those up in July. And that's just kind of like ramping up and kind of gearing up towards, what's going to be the eventual release of this record that has been in the works now for like 2 years. There are a lot of songs that were written previously, probably like around, going back to my old band guys, from 2016 to probably like 2018. And a lot of that stuff kind of like, some of the songs made it out of that and some of the songs didn't. And then I started writing a bunch of new stuff. And I can honestly say that this record's in mix right now, and it's coming out of mix at the end of next month. And it's done by Mike Ingber and Eric Harrison at 601 Studios. And I'm telling you, this thing is just, it's so good. Like and I say that, I'm not being very braggadocious about that, because I just came to them with songs. And they, with Andy Nolte, they just like, I can't. I mean,
Did you say braggadocious?
yeah. I'm not trying to.
It's a great word.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to brag about it. I mean, I have a challenge now because I've got to make the live music sound as good as what this record is going to sound like. So
Excellent.
Yeah, it's been a long road, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now, finally. And also shout out to Carlos Sosa, who kind of like started this whole thing. We went in the studio right before the pandemic happened with Nikki Glaspie and Rick Shelby. Eddie, my guitarist friend guy who I need to text back. I just got a really serious text from him yesterday. I'm like, oh God, okay, so I need to like follow with Eddie. But you know, we went into the studio. It was February 26, 2020. It was like right before the pandemic happened, and then we did some home stuff at Carlos Sosa's place, and it turned out really great. It's not like the record sort of thing, but it definitely helped me kind of see where that needed to go in terms of, you know, what direction was needed, you know, moving forward. So shout out to him and that team as well on that.
Excellent. One more question. And then if you'll grace us with a couple of songs, that would be beautiful.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Like, am I doing that now or?
Let me ask you my last question. If you had a
Okay.
superpower, what would it be? And then play us a couple of songs.
Okay, so it's not the answer that I'm going to give is not very fair because I heard you asking Natalie the same question, and I never read like these you know, like the stuff that's supposed to happen before I go on to prepare. So everything that's coming out right now is just complete stream of consciousness. What I would like my superpower to be is for me to look at my dirty laundry and just clean it. That would be the best thing in the world. Or if I could look at my dishes and they just like magically just Mary Poppins themselves like back in, you know, the cupboards or whatever, because I'm like I was a line cook when I was in college, and my nickname was Pigpen because I'm a very good cook, but I'm an extremely messy cook. Like what you see on Instagram, on my personal Instagrams at StrickSC, where I'm like, oh, this is the picture of something that I did. Like that's the picture of this, and everything around me is either on fire or dirty or upside down somewhere or whatever. So my superpower would definitely be if I could just look at my clean laundry, my dirty laundry, and it just like cleaned itself and maybe Marie Kondo'd itself, just put itself away and just let it bring me joy later. That would be awesome. That would be great. Yeah,
That would be nice.
that would be
That's
awesome.
I think of Bewitched, the old movie sitcom from that. Tinkle-ling-ling your nose, and it's all
Yeah.
cleaned. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mr. Scott Strickland.
Hold on, real quick. Before I do that, is this live on Facebook too?
No, just
Oh, okay.
on
It's on
Austin
TV.
Music TV. Yeah.
It's on Austin Music TV. Okay, so hey everybody, hey Austin Music TV, how's it going? I just told people to look at your page, thinking that I was going to see a link, and then I went to your page and I didn't see a link, so I was like, oh, okay.
But I will post it on my Soundbite Productions YouTube channel
Perfect.
after.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Yeah. See, I got the memo. I just didn't read it. It's not Sonya's fault. It's not Sonya's fault. It's my fault.
Here's
I'm telling you right
Scott Strickland. I'm going to jump off.
now. All right. Let's see here. I hope everybody's doing well. This is kind of a tune that is probably one of the I think it's one of the hardest tunes I've ever written, just because it's taken so many different forms and so many different fashions. But I'm gonna see if we can get through this. All right. Saying that you wanna go back to LA, saying that you wanna quit your job, said it drives you crazy. Taking everything that I gave you away, even all of the hearts, all the cards, all the letters on your birthday. You could have had me in the summertime, wind blows and the breeze is fine. California sky getting high on a Saturday afternoon. saying that you wanna go back to LA. It's not over. Tell me all about the shit you did that day. Look at me and said I'm lying with a straight face. Lord knows that I did wrong and did a bad thing. Some bad things you just know that you can't erase. But you still could have had me in the autumn when the leaves turn. Campfire in the wood burns. Texas orange sky getting high all afternoon. Saying that you wanna go back to LA. It's not over. You can take it as you need it. Take your time in LA. And I'll be here when you need me. Save me for a rainy day. But it never rains in LA. It never rains in LA. If I'm not leaving, then you're not leaving. Then why are you leaving? Then why am I leaving too? If I'm not leaving, then you're not leaving. Then why are you leaving? Why am I leaving too? If I'm not leaving, then why not leaving? Then why are you leaving? Why am I leaving too? If I'm not leaving, then you're not leaving. Then I'm not leaving. Then why are you leaving? Yeah.
Wild goes wild.
Are you sure? Like, hold on, let me see if we can you can't hear that? Like, you can't, like.
No, it's something that if you probably could send me the link to it, I could probably have it played in.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to be extra.
No, extra is good. You okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've got like some applause tracks over here that I'm gonna figure out how to get into this system here. It should be working, but technology. So. Imagine a stadium, F1, if you will. Clapping right now. This is a song about women. My mom was she raised the two of us. More full time than my dad did. You saw our dad on the weekends, but I was just always in awe of how awesome she was and everything, and just I don't know, like women themselves are just probably the most badass people on the planet, and I think that if we had more women in power and more women leaders, that we probably wouldn't have a lot of the problems that we have right now. So yeah, this is a song. It's called Drawbridge. This is about like an infatuation kind of thing, something like that. You know your credit from your cash, baby. I can see right through your heart so big. I'm dodging all these bullets, bending these bars of steel in that red cage. You said I lie when I tell the truth. I want you bad, said it's bad news. You take you out, spend all my money, and call the landlord when the rent is due. Drawbridge, lay it down just for a minute, let me get it in, baby. Drawbridge, things would be good just like they would at the start of this. Yeah. My heart is gold and my aim is true. You know I love every single inch of you. Yeah. I told you when you're living inside your head all the time, love it makes you blue. Yeah. Drawbridge, lay it down just for a minute, let me get it in, baby. Drawbridge, things would be good just like they would at the start of this. Oh, the start of this. Well, now, see where you find, leave it behind. You see what is going on out there, you know you make me lose my mind every time. Your love is like rain when it falls in the summertime. Your love is like rain when it falls. Will you be mine now? Yeah. Oh, drawbridge. Drawbridge. Cool. Yeah, it's a cool one. So my applause track isn't working. Is that it, or are we doing one more? What's
Would you like to do one more?
I mean, I can. You know, it's all good. Yeah.
That would be a nice blessing if you'd like to.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll do one more, and then Sonya and I will rap for a little bit, I guess, and then I'll get off. So this last song, it's called bokeh, which is this effect that you get from out of focus lights when you have like a what they call, basically it's out of focus background, these bulbs of light. Technically that's a term that's called bokeh, and intrinsically it's very beautiful. And so I started thinking about the city when I first moved here. My really good friend Lauren, was kind of showing me the ropes in terms of getting back into music, because I had been out of music for a while because I was in school. And so I started thinking about the city and started speaking to me, because I wanted nothing to do with music. And then I got into music more. And I don't know, the city just had a way of kind of taking hold of me. But this tune's kind of evolved a little bit to where I kind of see the words and the singing of this tune being kind of like a godlike kind of thing. Not that I'm a god, but it's almost like God kind of speaking to us in some kind of way or something, or a higher power speaking to us in a kind of way, and asking us, why we admiring the fact that we choose to live. So just here, check it out. City lights shine so bright. City lights, everything we know is beautiful. Come over here, let me tell you what I've been dreaming about. It's those city lights. Give all of your dreams to the sky. So why would you contemplate? You come at all, yes. So why would you come at all? Come to stay. Then there is you. Saw you there in that coffee shop. Where you were pouring coffee, laughing, joking to the regulars. Come over here, let me tell you what I've been dreaming about. Come over here, let me tell you what I've been singing about all this time, all these years. So why would you come to play? Why would you come at all again? Also, why would you come at all? Come to stay. It's those city lights shine bright. Oh, it's those city lights shine bright for me and you. Yeah. Oh.
Howdy friends, Sonyajevette here, instructor at Sonyajevette Guitar Lessons. I am a singer-songwriter, psychedelic soul music, six-string slinger, multi-instrumentalist, music producer, live streaming virtual music artist from Texas. My students learn to play chords, notes, and scales, read music, and perform their favorite songs. From a beginner picking up a guitar for the very first time to an experienced player who just wants to improve their skills, mostly just to have fun. I believe music equals life. I believe learning an instrument or improving your music education is a wonderful choice. Miles Davis said, "It ain't showing off if you can do it." Sign up for lessons with me at Sonyajevette Guitar Lessons. First lesson's free.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Your sound is so beautiful. I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen now. So beautiful, dude. I can't wait to hear your new album. I'm excited for you, and
It's gonna be
excited to
great.
hear it.
It's gonna be awesome. And I love the commercial break, the Sonya Javette commercial break on the Sonya Javette show. Like
Thank you.
Gotta do that. I love that. It's good.
I'm learning to do things. Wait, I'm learning to do all the things. There you go. Okay. And so we got a few minutes left, and it's going to cut us off. But I want to say thank you, Scott Strickland. Thank you, Natalie Price and Ella Reid. Thank you so much for being here, Scott. Tell them where your next show is coming at, if you would, please, sir.
Don't have a next show just yet. So, I mean, if you want to, follow me on my band page, Scott Strickland Band, or Instagram, Scott Strickland Band. I am out there, and I'm going to be posting stuff. You can sign up for updates and whatnot. So just kind of stay tuned for that, because there's a lot of stuff that's about to start kicking off. But yeah, just watch me. Just watch me. No shows just yet, though.
And one day Scott's going to show me how to make my camera look as beautiful as he does on stage. His camera, his light, you just illuminate. I'm like, you're so pretty. Look,
thank you.
Pretty.
Thank you.
Me. And I'm sure he would be happy to teach anyone else who needs his services if you pay him. Okay,
DM
moving
me.
on.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, send him a message, because man, that looks beautiful. Just love it. Okay, I am excited to be here, and happy Memorial Weekend to everyone. And if you would like to see more of shows that are coming up, just go to soundbiteproduction.com, and you'll see what future dates are coming for shows. But this is going to be a weekly show, 1 p.m. Central Time. And my name is Sonyajevette. I'm the host of this wonderful show. If you go to Austin Music Television Channel 16, you can see these past videos, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Soundbite Production on YouTube. And I don't know what else to say. My brain was gosh, it's just so pretty. You're so pretty, Scott.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So are you. Sonya. Love
Okay, so I'm going to take us off and say thank you to Austin Music Television for having this wonderful platform to showcase music of the artist from Austin, Texas. Appreciate you. Scott, I'm going to take you off. I'm going to say thank you so much for being here. Peace, love, psychedelic soul. Here is our going out music, and bye.